Is it too early? Like while we're waiting for the client, can someone tell me what's going on with Blizzard? Or is it too early for that?
Oh yeah.
So
That's why we went early. It's why we ran early today, so we could talk about Blizzard before we get started, because there was nothing, else to talk about that wasn't the primary thing. So, Blizzard. Let me take out this music, I guess, because I can always bat it back in later. So Blizzard, what was it, over the weekend? Was it BlizzCon, or was it last week and the news is just getting out? I don't know. I think it was over the weekend, or on Thursday or Friday or something. They announced new Blizzard stuff at BlizzCon 2018 or whatever. And I forget what else was announced, because I honestly don't care. And after this, I kind of care even less. But they announced more Diablo 3 stuff. Apparently there's lots of people who really like Diablo 3, so they fixed a bunch of problems with Diablo 3, made some quality of life improvements and everything, and announced that Diablo 3 Immortal will be released on iOS and Android. Not PC.
Oh.
And so some very stunned BlizzCon attendees patiently waited and asked, what are the chances that you could maybe port this to a PC for those of us that would like to play it that way? And the answer came, well, you have phones, don't you?
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
So the
But
tone deafness of that is mind-blowing. I was
oh,
literally watching Steve Jobs talk about how this happens when companies get large. The marketing people take over, the product people lose their power, and the product begins to suffer, and the marketing is all that's left. And then this is what I would predict is a stage of shrinkage and an opportunity for redevelopment or re-engineering the structure, restructuring, there we go, the corporation, and back to a more product-centered, developer-centered product or system. Because it
Yeah.
seems like Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, is just out of touch with gamers. And okay, you certainly can have a company that's out of touch with gamers, but you're a gaming company, so that's not going to go well for you.
They're not just out of touch with gamers though. They're out of touch with their customer base. Blizzard is a PC game maker. They have one game that has been released on console. It's Overwatch, and it was released like 6 months ago on console, and it's been out for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
All right, they are a PC game developer company. You develop PC games. That is your entire customer base. Every single game you release is on PC. What are you doing?
My guess is that so I've worked for a medium-sized corporation, and we've outsourced things, and I have a guess, and this is not just my guess. Other people have said this too, so I'm not trying to take credit for other people's guess either. But I heard this, and it made a lot of sense to me, is that they outsourced the making of a Diablo 3 mobile game, and that outsourcing company like Tencent or Tata Consultancy Services or something like that. I don't know who it was. I'm not saying it was, Korean or not Korean, Chinese or whatever. I'm just saying, it sounds like it was outsourced. And it sounds like that outsourcing company focused on one kind of development. And it would be not like Blizzard moving their own developers to work with another set of developers to port to PC, but it would be like asking a third party to work with another third party to port to PC, which would be a whole new endeavor, not just a simple port. It would really be,
but that's a predictable
yeah, that's
thing.
someone didn't realize to make that decision at the corporate level, frankly, because whoever made those decisions, they aren't gamers. And they're out of touch with gamers. It's sad. I've seen it happening. I've been a victim of it because I pretty much own one of every Activision Blizzard product that's out there except the latest, what is it, Black Ops 4 or whatever. And I'm done. Like we've even purchased the Destiny 2 Forsaken. Kaylee and I play that. That's cool. And we just noticed. We've really noticed that it's becoming less of a made to be cool for gamers by gamers and more like a let's make a product that people will pay for. And that's okay if you're making a good product. Red Dead Redemption is a product that I'll pay for, but it's also really good, and they really seem to put some heart and soul into that. There's genuinely heart and soul in that game, and you can find it really easily. But then log into Destiny 2 Forsaken, and you're relieved to see that the acting by Nathan Fillion is good, and the story is good, but then, you know, aside from the gameplay being the tight Destiny 2 gameplay that we expect, it's still more of like a, you know, how grindy can we make this while also getting people to pay for it kind of thing. And I never liked that to begin with. I understand some people really, really like that kind of game, so I was already kind of turned off by it. But I've also played other Blizzard games, and I just don't understand. The out of touchness is growing. Okay, so I'm not speaking about Activision Blizzard anymore, but back in the day when I was like, I don't know, 18, 19 years old, it was a remarkable game called Myth: The Fallen Lords. It was kind of a squad management game. It was one of the first sort of 3D games where you had to control your characters and the camera. And you would sort of pit your characters against the various scenarios that Bungie had created in sort of a limited but still somewhat open world. Like, you'd have an open map that you could do anything you wanted with, and you could manage your troops and everything, and all their abilities and everything very well. There was very good squad management, and the physics, the engine was good, and you could do things like you had a character that could shoot lightning, and if your dwarf threw a bomb in the air and then the lightning was shot underneath it, like the magnetic whatever would throw the bomb up in the air, and like you could do like literally like make a cannon out of it. It was really cool. And this game was just awesome because it was the interaction of all these different functions and operations mechanics that they had in the game made it really fun. And then Bungie went ahead and put in different scenarios, like, you know, use your archers to kill all these guys, and you'd have like 6 archers and there'd be like 100 enemies, but they would say no, the key is to set them up here, and then look, you can take out 100 guys with 4 archers or 6 archers or something. It was really neat the way that they had set up the game. And I just haven't seen anything like that since then. Have you? I haven't seen anything at all.
No, also, the connection has been made. Diablo Immortal is being developed in conjunction between Activision and NetEase.
NetEase, okay.
owns Bungie. So Diablo Immortal is being developed by the company that owns Bungie.
That does not make me feel better about it.
No.
Unfortunately, it does not. I am very sorry to hear all of this. So I was kind of already on the outs with Blizzard, and this just confirms it. And those I appreciate that it's a difficult job those presenters do, but when you back an ailing horse, I mean, don't be surprised when it doesn't win first place.
Here they come.
Hello everybody, welcome to Radio Brandon. We got some dogs coming over here, so
okay, and camera.
It occurred to me that Leonard probably didn't even know that was him.
All right, here's Nico, and Ilse will come as soon as she realizes that. Yep, here she comes. Oh,
if you go to if you go to Leonard's page, you'll be able to see a doggy.
Yeah,
2 doggos. And
you can only see a cat on Lewis's, so clearly the superior stream is over on Twitch.
And this is an animated dog. It's moving.
And Nico, the golden retriever, is so beautiful. He has crimps in his ear hair that look like they're professionally done or something. Leonard assures me that he doesn't style his dog's hair every
Do
day,
not, I promise. Swear.
but it does look like it.
I mean, Nico slept with me a whole bunch of times, and I can attest to the fact that he literally rolls out of bed like that. Like, that's it.
I can attest to that. Nico is also a great sporting body.
Okay, buddy. Yeah,
mouth
he's a good
sounds
boy.
into the microphone. Love it.
Yeah, dog mouth sounds are okay. He's my good boy. You grunting for us? If you haven't noticed, the Patreon panel behind me is off, and it's because Patreon was down for a short period of time this morning, and it just happened to be the exact period of time that I was updating that panel. And I did want to thank our Patreon supporters for the month of November. At the $500 level, we have Justin Rogers. Thank you very much, Justin. I will be in touch with you about the sponsor a video kind of thing. We'll talk to Justin about what he would like. And thank you to the $50 plus supporters, Jonathon, Doe, John Steele, Gavin Barnard, Kyle Mudrak, Eevi, Andy, Verement, Tayne, Sean McNamara, William Gonzalez, Michael Pearce, Terry Crisp, Richard Fournier, Spirit Bear, and Jan Negrey, and JAXMerrick or JAXMerrick or JAXMerrick. Thank you very much for your support at the $50 level, and I'll make sure that everybody else gets a good long crawl with the $5 plus supporters as well. So that's our show. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great day, have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you with an update, I'm sure, as soon as I have an update with the Louis Rossmann situation. So have a good one, everybody. Love you all. Bye. Got it.